that go by and as far as he was concerned?
Yeah, well, Hutz was obviously a massive champion, and he's been around for a while, as you say, both triple and long jump. And he, defending his title in the triple jump, but 1681 was the distance, but he wasn't happy with that, and he misses the vibe of a Diamond League or something like that, where he knows there's better competition, stronger competition, which will allow him to go 17 plus meters. So he's hoping to get into a couple of Diamond League meetings and then hit the planks really hard in his preparations for World Champs.
We saw some good jumps with him again now, in as far as today was concerned anyway. We know that he's had some good competition with the likes of Rushwell, Somai and all the other youngsters pushing him. Does he have one more major tournament in him? We did see him as well in Potch, where he was also looking fairly good.
Yeah, look, I mean, he made a shift to the triple jump with the guys like Lugo and Rushwell and Zark Fisher now dominating the long jump. So, and to be fair, he is by far the best triple jump in the country, and this will be his best shot. And yeah, look, I mean, 1681 with very little in the way of competition. He's good for a 17:10, maybe a 17:15. That's not better on the international circuit. And, the minute you do that, you top 8, top 5 contention for Worlds.
Yeah. In fact, Manfred, I know you spoke to Khotso. Let's, for the sake of our listeners and viewers, apologies, let's take a listen at the conversation you had with him before we continue to other events of the evening.
Competition was feeling good. I think the atmosphere was feeling to me much better than last year's atmosphere. Definitely that. I think I had to also pull in a lot out of myself, to try and get the big jump, which is not always easy to when you're jumping big distances alone, to try and get that beast out. But I think if I look at where I was last year, this time of the season, I think I'm in the right direction.
It is a long season though. I mean, October is the World Champs. What's going to happen now for the next few months? Are you going to take a step back, bit of a winter, or are you going to hit international competition?
Right now, I think I have 1 month before triple jump competitions start happening in Europe. So I think I'm going to use that 1 month very effectively just to get sharp again. Because I started training with a new coach, Roger Haitenyi, October last year, and we've been pushing so hard. And I think there's still a bit of work sitting on my legs. We just need to do a few sharp stuff to prepare for the competition, and then I think I should be ready. But obviously, with experience, I don't want to go and start competing a lot overseas. I want to be able to save so much energy so that I'm able to. The meetings that I do must be the ones that I count. It's not about now the number of the meetings that I do, but it's more of the quality of the jumps.
College's jumps it was. Well, let's move on now quickly, Manfred, to other events of the evening. There was also the women's 200 meter semi-finals event that took place. Jessica Bompas heading the pack. She breezed through it, if I can put it that way. She looked good.
Well, Tamsin Thomas, obviously the most dominant girl in that woman in that 200 meters. And she is by far, I think, right now the best sprinter, with Alyssa Conley now having moved out of sprinting. And playing rugby 7. So, and in fact, Alyssa Conley was a long-time training partner of Tamsin, and said that Tamsin has the potential to be the best ever woman sprinter South Africa has had, and that's high praise. Possibly also high pressure, but she looked good. She looked comfortable. So, she has to be favoured for the 200 meter title tomorrow. I can't see anybody beating her.
Of course. I mean, as we look in some of the pictures, they're looking fairly comfortable as she strode through to the line, so she does look good indeed. Let's move on to also other events, the men as well. We saw one of my favourite athletes of all time. If you remember him racing against the best in the world back in the days, the javelin man himself, Anasa Jobodwane. He was also, looking to make that comeback, fully fit comeback in the 200 meter event.
Yeah, look, he only flew in from the States. Remember, that's where he's based right now. He only flew in on Wednesday, so he's heavily jet-lagged. I saw him this morning in the heat, and he was all smiles. It was like, but he was just rolling his eyes. Dude, I'm jet-lagged. I'm seriously jet-lagged. But I mean, he came out really good in the semi-finals. He was happy with the execution. 21 plus is not the fastest of times, but that wasn't about it. It was about making sure it gets into the final, because that final is going to be quite intense. With the Kani Sabini, the out-and-out favourites with the withdrawal of Clarence Munyai. We don't know why. We've heard there's a hamstring problem, but that's a bit disconcerting. That every time there's a big event and there's pressure on and so on, Clarence and a couple of the other athletes he trains with pull out with a hamstring problem.
Yeah, true.
That's worrying. So, and the event is robbed of a massive showdown, which is a bit of a pity. Look, Kolo Adam, obviously the defending champion. Unfortunately, he false started in his semi, so he was out.
Yeah.
Which means it's going to be Anasa versus Akani, and it'll be an interesting showdown.
Speaking about Akani, he will be out against, as you said, against Anasa. Yesterday, I did ask you about Akani. We all know him as the 100-meter specialist, sub-10s for South Africa multiple times, I think more than 6 times in the past season. He did well in Pochi, where he ran the 200 as well. Is in the 200 again this weekend, and that final against Anasa should be something to look out for.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was hoping that, with Clarence and Nkolo in the 200-meter final, that between the 4 of them, for me, that was going to be the race, the showdown of the competition. And then, as I said, obviously, we kind of robbed a little bit of 2 of the stars. But, look, I think Akani is the favourite to take it. I mean, he's well into his training. He specifically skipped the 100 meters because of the long season, and they'll start focusing on the 100 meters later on in the year. He's got a wild card entry to the World Champs anyway to his African title. So, wise decision. He looks good. He's doing a bit of over distance. This should be his title to take. But then again, Anasa is quality. He's 1987, second fastest South African, the World Championship bronze medalist.
Yeah.
He's not going to lay down. But I do think that Akani at this point in time is a little bit more firepower and is not suffering from jet lag.
Yeah.
So it's his to lose, I think.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on now. We also had Antonio Alcani, one of the guys I've always looked up for. I want to see him doing well internationally. 110-meter hurdles, he's always been one, as I said, to look out for internationally. He hasn't really come through, if I can put it back, put it that way, because you always think of Sean Bounds if you think hurdles, but we have had the likes of Alcani out there. How did he fare?
Well, Antonio is a 13-11 110-meter hurdler. He's the African and South African record holder, taking that record from Sean Bounds. He got to the semi-final of the Olympics in Rio, and he opened this year with a 13:38. This is only his 3rd run. There were some issues with the starters. He was still coming up out of the set position, and the gun went off. So the athletes hadn't even settled properly. But, he still came through the 13:38. He hit a couple of hurdles, he says, which means he needs to worry about his strength a bit. But 13:38 season, 3rd race of the season, he's happy. He's Africa champ. He's also qualified. He can, he's got a long time to prepare for the World Champs in Doha in October. So, he's happy.
Yeah, Doha looking very good indeed. And one person we definitely be looking forward to, Costa in the 1,500. We saw how she dominated in those heats. And now, how did she fare in the finals?
Well, she went out like the gun went off, and she went off chasing the bullet that had gone out of the gun. Literally, within 20 meters, she had opened up a 3-meter gap, and that was it. Just kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And she time trialed. She literally time trialed. I think she's out to make a statement, and she's like going, you know what, this is who I am, and so I'm going to run, and I'm damn good at it, and she is. And ran 4 minutes 13 on her own as a time trial after running a 16:05 5,000 meter last night. She's class, and it's a unique double of 1,500 and a 5,000.
Yeah.
And when she turned around and ran back up to wave to the crowd, so they went mad. I mean, they absolutely love her, and quite rightly. I mean, she's a superstar. So it was a great run by her, very dominant. We didn't even look who was coming for 2nd and 3rd. We were just because of just how dominant she was. In the end, I think it was Kami Prinsloo and Nicole Lowe who finished in 2nd and 3rd. But, Caster Semenya is a class apart.
Let's speak about Caster before we wrap it up. Look, we've seen her. You saw the 5,000 yesterday. We see the 1,500. Nothing about the 8 so far. It is her favorite event. She's still unbeaten at that. Is she making a bit of a statement to the IAAF? We know they were still awaiting that outcome from Sebastian Coe and those people up there. Is she making a statement to World Athletics body saying, look, whatever you do, I'm going to dominate wherever you want to try and shut me out?
Well, look, I mean, obviously she's a defending world champion, so she's got a wild card. She doesn't have to do the 800 meters, which is pretty cool because we're still in April, so she can do over distance work. So I think that was part of the training, the 1,500 and the 5,000. It's her second 5,000. Remember, she ran the 5,000 at the Gauteng North Champs, where she ran 16:11. Also, pretty much on her own, time trialing it. So, it kind of plays into hands in terms of a season build-up. We obviously do know that her main focus come World Championships will be the 800.
Yeah.
But just I suspect, this is all speculation, but I do suspect that if, for some strange reason, the Court of Arbitration for Sport does find in the favour of the IAAF, which means she has to go on to testosterone-reducing medication. Look, she was still competitive as an 800 runner. She still came back with medals.
Yeah.
She just won't be running those times that we know. That she can do. So, maybe this is, looking at other avenues and other options. 16:05 at altitude, only her second race. You know what? There's potential there, huh?
Yeah, indeed. Manfred Sidler, thank you indeed for joining us. Just before I let you go, quick rundown. What should we expect on the final day?
200-meter finals tomorrow, Kanye versus NASA. That's obviously quite big. Men's 5,000 meters final coming up tomorrow as well. The relays, which is always exciting, 4x1 and the 4x4. 400-meter finals coming up. 400-meter hurdles finals coming up. Lots of action still to come.
Yeah, Manfred Sidler, our independent media analyst, speaking to us from Germiston live there. Just a quick wrap on day 2 of the ASA Athletic Championships. Currently underway, speaking everything athletics. Tomorrow is the final day. We'll definitely get a wrap on that. And as far as Manfred's concerned, thank you very much indeed for joining us there, Manfred Sidler. Now, before we say goodbye, quick look. Mamelodi Sundowns is away to Wydad Casablanca Athletic Club in Morocco. This, of course, in the CAF Champions League match. Sundowns have already booked a place in the quarterfinals. Will go top of Group A with a victory over Wydad tonight.